Welcome. Welcome to Shungite Designs by Kalika. Do you like these earrings? Do you like this bracelet? They're Shungite. Let me show you more. Okay. The earrings you're looking at are the very first earrings I ever made, and I want to give a shout out and a big hug to my mentor, George. Had it not been for George, I would never have been able to do the Shungite because I'd never wrapped stones before, and I had to learn how to do it. And once I did, I was thrilled with myself. But I had a lot to learn, and thankfully I have George to help me when I run into problems. And also a shout out to Sako, who gives me tips on fine-tuning after I'm done, or even before I'm done. So anyway, I'm very lucky to have professional people who have been in the business forever to teach me. The stones that you're looking at right now are called Elite Shungite, and that's what I mainly use, Elite Shungite, because it's the best, it's the top of the line. It's also known as Noble Shungite. And the difference between Elite Noble Shungite and the other Shungite, which you can make beads out of, is that those, the ones you can make beads out of, only have 30 to 50% carbon in them, whereas the Elite Noble Shungite has 90 to 98% carbon in it, and also has all those fullerenes that were named after Buckminster Fuller that enable the Shungite to have all these wonderful attributes like healing qualities and balancing your chakras and all that. Now this is the second pair of earrings that I made, and they're really pretty. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in these photos, but they're really pretty. So, and I've called them, given them names so that when you order, you can order by name. Now when you order by name, it doesn't mean you're going to get exactly what you're looking at, because all the stones are different. Now these, I'm using beads, Shungite beads, which are only 30 to 50% carbon. But that doesn't mean they have no power. It just means they're not as powerful as the Elite Shungite or the Noble Shungite. The Shungite stones, because they come in all different sizes, not one of them is exactly like another one. Every pair of whatever I do is going to be different, because the stones are different. They're different sizes. But anyway, I really like these earrings. So let's go on. Now this is my first attempt at making a Shungite bracelet. And as you can see, it has two large Shungite stones, of course accompanied with the abalone. I used abalone with everything because from day one I knew that I would mate the Shungite with the abalone, because abalone has wonderful spiritual qualities also. It has all kinds of, and you know what? You guys should look it up for yourselves, because I don't want to waste a lot of time explaining what each stone represents as far as its metaphysical qualities or healing properties. But all you have to do is Google any stone or ask your phone, and it'll tell you exactly what certain attributes each stone has. The abalone is a perfect match with the Shungite. But anyway, and this one I call the alligator. I don't know why I call it the alligator, but I'm calling it the alligator. So if you want to order a bracelet that looks like this, but of course it'll be different. Every one I do is different. I was trying to decide what I needed for men or women, but this is genderless jewelry. It's genderless. But anyway, this is the alligator. Let's go on. Now here's another pair of earrings that I just made this a couple of days ago. And I call them bunny ears. I know they don't look like bunny ears, or do they? But hey, I'm just coming up with some names so you can have something to refer to when you order. Now these bunny ear earrings, I think they're cute. They're made with beads, the Shungite beads. There are no elite Shungite stones in these earrings. I'm using abalone and Shungite beads. So that's it. And also these have the sterling silver earring clips, and they're wrapped with the silver wire. Now, the very first necklace that I made, I didn't have any chains because I hadn't planned on making any necklaces. So I used my own personal chain, gold chain. And because it's a delicate chain, I didn't want any big stones on it. So I got this small little stone, Shungite stone, and I added 2 little pieces of abalone, 2 Shungite beads, and at the very top, you can hardly see, is that orangish color is a Swarovski crystal. So I'm using Shungite on everything, but in addition, I add, depending on what I feel like, I add certain other stones to it also. So this is one view of it. Now let me show you another one. Now this other one, I told you I'm doing the best I can. If I had a model, I would, but I had to be my own model, and I hate to show you this. Well, what I was wearing was not, I was not camera ready, but but I took the photo anyway because it's not about me, it's about the Shungite. So see, this one, now this is the real deal. Now the one I just showed you that was on the stand, because of the lighting, because of this and that, you couldn't really see the color, the true color and everything. And I think with this one, you can see the color better, because this is exactly what it looks like. And what did I call this? I call this one Classic. So if you want to order a necklace like this, but it'll be different, because you can tell me what you might not want, the Swarovski crystal on yours. You might not even want the Shungite beads on yours. But this is what I put on the very first necklace that I did, and it's cute. It's really dainty. I like it. I think it's very nice. Now this one is the second bracelet that I ever made, and I call it a keeper. Why? Because the person I was making it for, I liked it so much, I didn't give it to them. I kept it myself. And I never take it off. I have it on right now. But if you would like one like this, and it's using the smaller stones. Now these are, I've used some pearls and also some abalone, which you don't see in the, yes, you can see it in the picture. So on this one, I'm using abalone shells, pearls, and a few small Shungite beads. So if you would like to have a bracelet like this, you can. Now this one I called Handsome. I love this one. It has 2 large pieces of abalone, and it has 1 large Shungite, elite Shungite stone, and it has Shungite beads, and it has some smaller abalone stones on it. And I really, really like this one. I really like this one. Now this bracelet I call Warrior, because as I was making this bracelet, it fought to be its own thing. Because I had something totally different in mind when I started out. I had something totally different in mind, but it just, and I even ran out of the little Shungite beads. So on this particular one, I have 2 small black onyx beads on this bracelet, along with the small beads and the larger Shungite beads. Now black onyx also protects you. It gives protection. I guess that's why people wear black a lot, to protect themselves, because a lot of the stones that are black, one of their attributes is to protect you. So this one has the gold wire, abalone, and black onyx, and shungite beads, large and small beads. Now these earrings are very nice, but I want to show you what I mean about not having the proper lighting. When I first photographed them, this is what I came up with. But they look good, but they're not showing you the true color. So I placed these on a piece of tan leather, and see how it's changed the color? Now this is the true color. This bluish, this blue color, this is what they really look like in person. And the blue, I used the abalone shell, of course, and the shungite beads, and also I used Swarovski crystals on each one, 2 white Swarovski crystals on each earring, and also I used a stone called apatite. It looks a lot like aquamarine, but it's not. It's apatite. So now let's switch to, I saved the best for last, but then I think all of these designs are nice, but we're getting ready to round this up, and I'm getting ready to show you the best of the best. Ta-da! This is what I call my masterpiece. I love this necklace. And like I said, I hadn't bought any chains because I hadn't planned to do necklaces. So when I got ready to do this necklace, I used my own chain once again. And this was just, oh my God. It's very simple, but it's very beautiful. It's very elegant. At the top, I just have a piece of abalone. And at the bottom, I have a large piece of shungite. But get this. I mean, it's not huge. It's not like a boulder, but it's a big piece of shungite. And I put this necklace on, and I forgot to take it off. I went to sleep with it on, and during the night, it's so lightweight because the chain itself is very lightweight, and the shungite is really weightless unless you get a big boulder. It's not heavy. I didn't even know I had it on. I've got it on right now. It just feels good on. It's weightless, but a problem arose with this one, not with the necklace itself, but one of my dear subscribers who has turned out to be my very first customer, my very first shungite customer. I showed this necklace to her, and she liked it as much as I did, so she wanted one. So I told her, sure, no problem. But I did not realize, I searched high and low the next day, high and low, to find a chain like mine. It doesn't seem to exist, but it's because somebody somewhere has got to have one. And eventually I will find it because I like this chain. So I was so disappointed, and I told her, well, I can't find the chain like the one you saw. But I showed her the one that I found that would work with this, because you can't have a real thin chain, and what they were showing me, most of them were even thinner than the one you're seeing right here. And so I picked another one, and I showed her before I bought it, and she said she liked it. She liked it, but I didn't. And so I said, it's going to be a totally different necklace. It's going to be totally different. And I was right. It was a totally different necklace. Oh, but it was so beautiful. Look. I call this one gorgeous. So if you'd like one of these, call it gorgeous. And I'll know what you're talking about. This one is made from a sterling silver chain, as was the other one, but it's a different length. And I have, instead of just the abalone, the round abalone, I put a diagonal piece of abalone at the top and a round piece of abalone in the middle, and a pretty good size of elite shungite at the bottom. And it's lovely. It is lovely. She's very happy with it, and I'm very happy with it also. Now, this particular necklace that I got for her, my first customer, this one has a 13-inch chain, and the the necklace you saw before that I called my masterpiece, I used a 15-inch chain. And, well, I had spoken to her, and we decided, well, I think she decided that hers should be a little bit shorter. So I made hers a little bit shorter. And it came out just absolutely beautiful. It's cool. Either length, it's cool. I like both lengths. I like both of them. But what I like about the other one is that the chain is very light. And like I said, this chain is not that light. But it's comfortable on. It's comfortable on. It's just like, it's not weightless like the other chain. The other chain is weightless. But they're both beautiful. And I'm sure whoever wears these beautiful pieces will be very pleased. Very pleased. So, one last thing I'm going to show you, and this wonderful slideshow will be over. I made a pair of matching earrings for this necklace that I call Gorgeous. And I made a pair for myself too. Actually, the picture of the earrings, those are the ones that I made for myself. So, I mean, they're just like the ones she has, except right at the top, it's a little, well, who cares? Who cares? Like I said, everyone is different. Everyone is different, but everyone is beautiful. And I hope you agree with me. Anyway, I'll be looking forward to your orders. And thank you so much for watching. And all I can say is,